Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. In today's lesson, we're going to be learning all about auxiliary and section view drawings, but first we have to create the shape that we're going to be basing these drawings on. So we are going to be just making this shape and all of the internal features that we need for our drawings in this video. The second part of this will show the drawings and how we are going to do that. So the first thing you're going to do before we even move any further, if you haven't done so already, is you're going to create this shape. And to do that, there is no real height and length or depth restrictions or anything like that. You can make it however you want, but make it similar. The main thing is that it has a similar look to it, but that your shape has a slanted face, and that's going to be really important for our auxiliary drawing part of this section. So you're going to make a drawing where just the face looks like this shape, and then you're going to extrude it to whatever this is, which I think is 3 inches. From this point on, we are going to be adding internal features such as a hole and a part in the back, a section in the back that is going to be extruded all the way through, leaving a cutout section along the bottom and all the way through it. So this is going to be useful for our section views, because when we do a section view drawing, what they are, it's like slicing something in half or slicing a section in half and seeing what is inside that part and what internal sort of features are there. Auxiliary views deal with just the slanted face and showing an accurate representation of that slanted face. So both are needed. And from this point on, I'm going to be using a second party, somebody I found on the internet that I really like this drawing. It's simple, it's to the point. And so he's going to tell you how to make the internal features that we're then going to reference in our drawings. So without further ado, I'm going to let this person take over. And here we go.
And from a model that we're creating. So I started this model, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a hole and some other features that we're going to then create a section view and an auxiliary view on a drawing sheet. So stay tuned as we get started here. First off, I'm going to go ahead and put a sketch plane on it. And one of the nice things now is that you can see that the triangle pops up to find the midpoint when you're looking at trying to create a midpoint line or location. And so I'm going to take that line, right mouse click, and make it a construction line, so that way it doesn't get used. So I'm going to create a circle, again at the midpoint, and we can offset that circle slightly. And we'll do this as a -0.25. Perfect. And then we'll finish this sketch and extrude this out slightly. And we can bring it out 0.875. All right, so we're going to then drill a hole here in the middle. So we'll use the hole command. We'll find that surface, and that's the center. We'll pick the edge of the circle. That will automatically put it into the center of that location. So that's the nice thing, is that it automatically centers it once you pick that edge. And the diameter of the hole, right now it's a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, 1.5 looks good. And we're just going to send this all the way through the object. So it's going to go all the way through the object here. Okay, perfect. And so we pick the references. We'll go through the object, we'll choose OK, boom. And so now we've got a hole through the object. On the side of this object, I'm going to go ahead and create, actually on the back, I think. Yeah, we'll do it on the back. So on the back of the object, what we're going to do is we're going to create a little slot here. And so we'll just create a rectangle, put a couple of dimensions in here to locate its edges. 1 inch and 1 inch. And depth, we'll set at 0.5. And that's it. And we'll extrude this and put this into the 3D view. We actually want to pull it through. And it doesn't really matter what the distance is, but we can also just choose, instead we want to go all the way through the object in that direction. And we'll choose OK. So now we've got some fairly complex geometry down here where that hole and the slot meet. And so it actually would be good to do a section view through the middle and then an auxiliary view to dimension the hole properly. So at this point, the first thing we need to do is save our work, and then we'll get started in on the drawing sheet.
As the man said, save your work, and then we'll get started on the drawing sheet. That will be in part 2, where we continue this on section views and auxiliary views. See you there.